Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to everyone, and thank you for joining. Today, what I want to discuss is about the counting dues. This is a new offering from Madricha Solutions. So let's see what is the purpose of this new solution, and let's see what the business problem the current businesses are facing. So meet businessmen Ramesh and Suresh. So Ramesh sells goods Suresh on a regular basis, and Suresh also makes payment to Ramesh. And when they meet after a certain period of time for settling their books of accounts, there is always a difference in the balance that is due from each other. This is because some of the another transaction would have a different amount, different date, and hence the balance never matches. This always causes business relations to deteriorate, and hence let's see when they try out counting dues. So they would add each other as a party, and then when the goods are sold, he would simply add the transaction in the app. When the transaction is saved, Suresh will automatically get a notification that Mahesh has added a new transaction. He can immediately accept and the transaction would be added in his books. Similarly, when the payment is made, any part adds the transaction, the next party gets notification on accepting the transaction is entered in both the books. So now when they meet for settling the dues after a time, there is always the balance matches. There is never a case where the balance would not match. Of course, unless they have rejected a transaction. And in case of a rejection of a transaction, they would get notified and they would ultimately resolve the disputes then and there itself and would not wait for this settling process to happen at the end of the time, where we basically sync the transactions with each other and they provide us a real-time confirmation on whether the transaction was accepted and we are always maintaining a same balance in our books. This is not the first time you would be hearing this concept. I'm pretty sure that many of you had already heard of the name Khata Book, OK Credit, or other such kind of apps. So digital udhar, or this is what it's commonly referred to, is the future in India. So these are the few news clippings that I have recently screenshot from the Google News. So Khata Book has amassed 80 lakh users. OK Credit also has like almost 50 lakh users. So this is the future, and many businesses are already adopting it, using it at the full scale. And we as a chartered accountant, tax consultants, company secretaries, we would like to also enable our customers to move to this future and give them a best solution. But the problem with the current stalwarts is that they have a zero revenue model. This questions why they are in this business. So they are currently staring at the losses of 156 crore and almost 126 crores and with zero revenue. So this questions what what they are doing in this business or why they are into this business model. Is our data safe or private? So that's why we offer a premium model in counting dues, and our business is simple. We are not here to sell the data or mine the data. Counting dues is built using the latest technology, and this can be reflected in just the storage space. So counting dues just takes less than 1 MB, while Khata Book is almost 43 MB and OK Credit is a whooping 100 MB app. So let's see what makes counting dues awesome. Let's see few of the features. And since we are here today, I would like to also highlight amazing feature of Jamku that we have been working on for quite some time. First, here I would like to mention is that we have two accounts in concept. So here, each and every party would have two ledgers going in parallel. One is account one, and second is of course account two. So this basically helps businesses to maintain separate ledgers for each and every party as per their business needs. The use case could be a practical scenario where two traders are basically interacting. Few goods go through a banking channel, and another goes through a cash channel. So account one could be used for that, and second accordingly. Another use case could be if there's a jewelry market, many of the transactions get entered in grams. So account 2 could be used for the grams accounting, and account 1 could be used for the actual rupee accounting or the currency accounting. Search functionality. So whenever the businessmen are entering any transaction for a particular party, they would definitely have a very huge list of their customers, vendors coming up, right? That's why we need a exceptionally good search functionality for the parties. That's why we have this super fast party search, where it basically highlights why it is filtering out and showing this party. Here you can see that we have entered M, and that's why it is showing us this, and it is already highlighting what all things, and it automatically sorts it basis the matching. And a few of the customers that have reported on the Play Store, the problem with other apps is that once the party size increases, the apps become very slow. We have tested counting dues with almost 8,000 parties, and has been no impact on the speed. So that's why we say 100 or 5,000 parties, it does not matter, it will stay fast. Next is the versatile searching. It searches the address, or if you have mentioned some another notes, it will also search those and accordingly even highlight those extra fields as and when required, and as you are searching. If you don't recall the exact spelling name of the party, that is still fine. It will still help you to search, as you can see in this example. And even if you mention the part of the name, still you would get the result. That's the power of the search. It is powered by the amazing technology by Elasticsearch, and this we have been working to integrate in Jamku as well for the past 2 months. So we have spent a considerable time in investing on the technology to choose for this amazing search experience. And the December went in that, and January we came across Elasticsearch. We have successfully implemented in counting dues, and the same is coming to Jamku as well. So you would find these amazing features of searching in the client folders profile. This is the transaction search, where we can see a transaction for particular date. We would like to, so for example, you would like to know what is the total cash collection for today in account 2. So we can get those details as well, or we can say that which are the transactions which are still pending the confirmation of the parties. All those details are available here in transaction search. The party account gives a shortcut to call the clients or send them a WhatsApp message, shows the balance, as well as you can mention the address as well as notes for that particular party. This is how the transaction will look like. And with every transaction, you can see that before the transaction, what was the balance, after this transaction, how the balance got updated. And of course, we can upload the images to the transaction. These images are automatically shared to the parties, and these images don't take up the phone storage. The important point is not taking up your phone storage, because this is another complaint that other softwares have already received, that as the time progresses, when you start storing lot of images, the app becomes slow and it takes a lot of your phone memory. But we have an intelligent caching mechanism, where an image is cached on your phone for only 7 days, and everything else is stored on the cloud. So you get the best of both worlds. If you're not using any app, then what practically would happen on a periodic basis, when you meet with the parties, if the two traders meet, they would like to clear the transactions or square off the transactions. and they would not like to maintain any historical records of all those transactions. And this is also possible with counting dues, where you can just open up the party, click on options, and click on clear transaction. This would allow you to clear a transaction up to a particular date, and it will not impact the balance. So, say suppose you want to clear a transaction, say till 31st of January, and as of 31st of January, there was a balance of say 10,000 rupees. So automatically, this 10,000 rupees would get carried forward. In other softwares or other apps that we just discussed, deleting any transactions would basically alter the balances and mess up the accounting. As with Jamku, we have got the Qualsys A plus rating for the encryption that we use. So download now today, counting dues. Thanks everyone. Thank you.